Hi, this is Robbie from Southern California and Zoe, and we're on the deck, and I'm going to show you my tote that I have been composting kitchen scraps in, which is wonderful. Look at that. I did a whole video on it. It's the perfect compost system. No rain can get in, my earthworms or whatever microbes can eat everything up, and I can catch the water. But I do have an issue. Look at the screen door, which Zoe has been tearing to pieces. I think, she brings her toys out and then she just tears up the door. I'm starting to think that some of the fruit flies that are coming into the kitchen are coming from this because it is attracting, because of the holes, fruit flies, and they're having their larvae and doing their thing. And though the birds may be kind of happy, I'm not really happy if that's where it's coming from. And I stepped back and looked at it and it's not even in a good place. I think I can put it somewhere else. Now look where I've got it sitting. There's not that much going on because I haven't worked on the deck yet. And I've got the sweet potatoes and I've got mint there and sage and a few different things, even turmeric going on there. I've even got a bell pepper. Look at this. I'm going to have to show you the seeds, where the seeds came from to grow that. It was a tiny red pepper from like my pizza garden and it turned into that. That's because I've been feeding it the compost water coming out of that bucket and I've been scooping it out and putting it in there, and I don't know what happened, but the pepper got huge. It'd be interesting to see if it's kind of hot, though the red peppers I was growing were not hot. They were on the sweet side, kind of a small mini elongated bell. But going back to that, see the eaves there? You really don't have that many birds hanging out under the eaves. And once I have more plants there, yes, I've got seed-eating birds come in and the hummingbirds. So this is what I'm starting to think. There's nothing going on here right now. And later on, I can always move that because it's just simply sitting on one of those it's kind of like the plastic chairs you get, the patio chairs. This is just a table. They used to sell tables that go to it. I'm thinking here, where Zoe's standing. If I put it there, I can hang more hummingbird feeders in that area. So the hummingbirds would come and feast on the formula I put out there. And then when they see the insects, boy, talk about a real feast, they could dive bomb into the tote. Oh, that will be exciting. And it doesn't matter if it rains because the tote lid doesn't have holes. So I can always tip the water out. I don't mind the rainwater getting in the tote. Don't think about that. The point is, if you have too much rain, it will get too soggy. And if there's any earthworms, then it won't be that good. And that's the only thing, because it'll be too wet all the time. I think this is going to be a really good area. I can feed my moringa that's been there for years, and I can set it up. And the hummingbirds feed over on the other side and get another feeder or two here, because I've got one feeder I put here. I think this is going to be the best place. So let's get this thing moved. And remember, I can always move it from where it is now, away from the door, and let's put it where the birds can enjoy it, and I think it'll be better. So finding a spot for it's going to be easy, because no matter where I put it, look how easy it is to lift up. Even though it's half full, it's still light to move. So I'm still kind of contemplating on where I want to put it, but I think that's going to be a good place. It's away from the door. It's going to be closer to where a lot of the birds are. And well, Zoe always wants to play. She loves tug of war, but I think this is going to be it. So good spot. And again, it's always movable. So I decided to put it there because you saw how easy it is to pick up and move. If I tuck it underneath this old swing I had, then I have to bend when I'm dumping things in there. I don't want to bend. If I have the water there, I could grab it and just start watering other plants. Like I said, I can move it anytime. So let me show you what's going on in here. You're going to see flies. But remember, they're making oh, look at that. Can you imagine how happy the hummingbirds are going to be when I open this? And I can leave it open during the day. I am not crazy about the cardboard. I think next time I do it, I made one in my bird garden. I'm not using cardboard. Cardboard doesn't break down as quick as food matter. And I don't have any roly-polies in here, but if I had roly-polies or slugs or earwigs, you would have everything hiding in there. For now, I'm going to leave it. But if you notice, look at that. It doesn't break down. Look, oh, there is. Look at that. There's one little roly-poly in there. Oh, a couple of them, actually. But that's okay, but look at everything breaking down in there. This is wonderful. And then as I water it, and I still have to keep it damp. See how dark it is? It runs out through here. Now, I found this tray I had this, so I made holes in it so the water will go in there and then go in the bucket. But the other thing I did, you get these for free at the nurseries. I cut this, so let me show you how I put that on there. This is just to keep you know who out. Yes, you. And then this way she doesn't bother it, and it will keep, well, it keeps her out. Any lizards, they won't fall in there, and it works. But in the meantime, now that I found this, do not show them that you can move it. I've been using that instead, and that works really good, so I can use both. So that's all there is to it, and I think this is going to be fabulous. Now I can get a hummingbird feeder there. I've got a little fountain. The hummingbirds haven't used that one lately. The Orioles love that one. I usually have a feeder up there. I've got to go put it back. I can hang a feeder here, and let me tell you something. Getting more plants in this area, which I will do, because I'm getting ready to do that, they'll hang out and they'll be dive bombing this. During the day, leave it open. It's not going to hurt anything. Look at this. By leaving it open, you're enticing the little fruit flies and insects that go in there and break your food matter down. By closing it at night, you're not going to get any rodents or anything in it. And I've never had any rodents in this because you're closing it and keeping everything out. You can put anything in here. If you wanted to compost some old meat that you didn't eat, it works. And then when you water it, make sure you catch anything that comes out of it, because that is fantastic fertilizer. So I hope I've kind of given you some ideas. We'll come back and see how I've got this all set up, because I think that's just going to be beautiful, having a hummingbird feeder or two here, and then the hummingbirds coming in. Wait till breeding season comes in. We're already only looking here another few months, and they'll be right into it. And then they will be looking for all the insects they can get. You'll have fly catchers, little bush tits, everything will be coming and gravitating here. I'll get some other things growing, like I have lettuce back there for the goldfinches. They'll come in, not for the insects, but they'll come in for the seeds. I could make this little corner a bird haven for food. Be it seed eaters, I could put a little bit of seed there if I wanted to, hang a little feeder. But with the hummingbird feeder there, the little fruit flies that they need, this is going to be just perfect. And to know how to make one of these compost containers that are covered, sealed, so rodents or nothing get in, be sure to check out the whole video. It shows you exactly where and how to make the holes, how to collect compost tea, and everything will be perfect. And you'll be able to have a compost container anywhere, right on your deck, your patio, or in your garden, and no one's going to get into it except for you. So with that, have a wonderful day. Just wanted to show you what was going on. And in the meantime, I can put another plant there. I'll get a plant stand, put something there, and then I'll continue with this. And my tomatoes I'm all excited with. This is a very special tomato. We'll get into this. It's called a Traveler's or a Voyager. I've got one tomato on it. My daughter got some tomatoes off of hers. We're going in the winter. We are in winter. I don't know how it's going to make it, but we'll see what happens over that. So with that, again, have a wonderful day. What are you eating, Zoe? And don't forget to eat what you grow. Oh, Zoe. Bye-bye.